Hey guys, this is Laura Craigie, garden girl here at twopeasindabucket.com. It's finally Friday and I get to do another card walkthrough with you guys. And I'm starting off with a white card base. And I've pre-cut my pattern paper already. This is from the Nostalgia line by My Mind's Eye. It's the sheet of paper and it's got the back side of that, and I believe it's called, let me double check, Jack's paper, if you're wanting to look that up. And I'm just going to start by adhering that to the front of the card, if I can find my adhesive. There you go. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to punch the corners first. Okay. So, attempt to get the center on here. I think that's as good as I'm going to get. And then I want to use from the same line a little button cards. There's this sheet of die cuts you can see here, and I've punched out all the button cards. I like to, if elements are big enough, I like to punch them out and keep them in a little basket on my desk. Just makes it easier and I'll be more likely to use them as opposed to if they're filed off somewhere. And I love this. I think it's super cute, little kind of button card, and it matches the green and gray on this because it's the same line. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this, not too much adhesive because I will sew it down. And I'm just going to center that again, just like that. And then I'm going to just use white thread and run a perimeter stitch around this in my sewing machine. So just be a second. Okay, so I've got the perimeter stitch on there. You can see I did that. And then I already know what I'm going to do next on the card, because the whole thing that kind of inspired this card is I wanted to do a little baby card using these super cute stamps, a little sonogram with the hearts. These are a co-branded with, made by Unity Stamps with Bella Boulevard images. And I just love the little sonogram, and I thought it would be super cute there. And then this says, "So happy for you," and I'll stamp that below. I'm really not the best, or not the best, and the most confident stamper, and so instead of doing it straight on here, because I don't have another one of these, I don't want to wreck it, I'm going to do it on a piece of white cardstock, the same as the base of the card. And that way I'll feel a little more confident so I can stamp it twice if I mess up. And I've just got a piece of white scratch paper here. And I'm going to use a gray charcoal ink to match the pattern paper. Get it really wet. And stamp her down. Perfect. I actually love using textured paper sometimes when I'm stamping because I didn't want it to be a solid image. I like that you can see the grain of the paper through there. And it's almost perfectly stamped, so yay me. Okay, and I'm going to get this out with a circle punch. If I don't smudge it there. Okay. So just like that. And I'm going to use the ink pad and just kind of lightly mush it into the pad all around the edges. This is pigment ink, so it's not going to dry as quick, so hopefully I didn't wreck it. I didn't, okay. And I'm just actually going to set that aside so I can work on the sentiment. Which, okay. And I think the sentiment I'm going to, I saw this cute little blue banner on here, right here. I'm going to punch that out and try, again, it's a one of a kind, so I'm going to try stamping on it. If I mess it up, oh well. I will find something else, because it's not double-sided. Some of these elements with companies you'll find they're double-sided, so you can at least fix it if your stamping's not perfect, but not with this. So I get one shot, And that's right. And what I'm doing, sorry I went off camera, is I'm just cutting off the little connector dots you can see there. Just a pet peeve of mine, I don't know, they bug me, so I always trim them off before I use any kind of die cut like this. Not perfect, but just so they're not so obvious there. Okay. Ink out the sentiment. Make sure I have it the right way up before I attempt this. Well, it's not perfect, but it is so darn close, I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna adhere this with pop dots, just like that. Okay. Got that on there. And these little hearts, I love them. And I think just to make them pop out a little bit more, I'm gonna add a bit of glitter to them. Squeezing that into the hearts there. I probably should have saved that step for last. Oh, I don't know if you can see it there. Because knowing me, I'll smudge it all over the place. But for now, it's on there and that's okay. And this little sentiment, I'm not sure if I should add pop dots to it as well or put it on there flat. I think I'm going to go with flat. And I think it's dry now, so add my adhesive. And just slide it right under there. Okay. And I know I need to do something down at the bottom. Not 100% sure what. Okay, you know, perhaps because this is a button card, I should add some buttons. That makes sense. Sorry, button. This is a button card, not the card itself. You know what I was talking about. Okay. Okay. So these buttons are by October Afternoon. This is the Sarsaparilla collection. I'm a huge fan of October Afternoon's buttons. I just love usually the little floral design on them and that. I think I'll go with the gray ones to bring out the gray from the background of the pattern paper there. And maybe do a little trio of them at the bottom. I think I'll do either gray or green. I'm kind of sticking with that color pattern. I think I'll do gray on gray. So I have my flosser here. I know I've shown this in past videos. It just makes it that much easier to thread twine through buttons. In theory. Okay, so I finished threading the buttons on the card here and attached them with glue dots, and I think I'm done with this card. I totally stepped out of my comfort zone and did some stamping. It's not usually my go-to thing, but I just love this cute little stamp set. I totally recommend you go pick it up at 2 Peas in a Bucket. And I took some time off camera and I went ahead and made a second card. I was intending for this to be gender neutral. It ended up a little more boy themed, so I decided to go ahead and make one that was a little more girl themed. And I used the same line of papers and the same die cut button card. A few differences. I didn't have another banner sticker, so I just stamped it on some white cardstock and cut it and added a little glitter brad from We Are Memory Keepers. And then the bottom here was already busy because of the label card, so I didn't feel that it needed the buttons at the bottom of the card. So, yeah, I can't really decide which one I like better. Maybe you guys have an opinion. I'd love if you let me know. Not that it really matters, just curiosity. And thank you so much for watching with me, and I will catch you next time on Finally Friday. Have a great weekend.